What's up, guys? How's it going? We're back here with another video. I want to talk about the Sixers and their draft and the all season to this point so far. Obviously, they did nothing in the draft last night. They didn't have any picks going in the draft. Didn't go trade for one either. They actually haven't done anything this offseason. And not only did they not do anything, their draft board got leaked last night, which, like, the whole thing got leaked. How does that happen? And it seems like this stuff constantly is happening with the Philadelphia 76ers organization. And I think there needs to be change. There's always different things happening with this. So, what's up, Carter? How you doing? Am I going to the Phillies game tonight? No, I'm not going tonight. We have our big tailgate tomorrow, so I will be there tomorrow. But like overall with the Sixers right now, it's been an absolute disaster. You look back throughout the past 10, 12 years. You go through the process. Process is fine, right? We knew they were tanking. We knew what they were going to be. But then you had the whole Colangelo situation that was an absolute mess. Like, we've had so many different things here throughout the past few years where it's been disasters for the Philadelphia 76ers organization. And it's embarrassing. Every single time. You moved your practice facility to a different state. They own it. Josh Harris owns one of the Flyers' biggest rivals, one of the Eagles' biggest rivals now. Like, Josh Harris needs to go. Josh Harris cannot continue to do this. Yeah, they keep hiring coaches and firing coaches. They're not the problem. It starts at the top. There's no motivation for this guy to win at all. All he's there for is to win money. He is there to win money. He doesn't care about winning championships. And no wonder you wind up bringing in guys like James Harden, who doesn't want to win a championship, like Ben Simmons, who doesn't want to play, because it all starts at the top. The owner doesn't care if you win. He just cares about making money. And that's a big problem right now with the Sixers. They're going to continue to be second-round exits. You know why? Because they're going to do the same thing they did last year. They're going to bring back James Harden. They're going to bring back Tobias Harris, who both are not winners. They're not winners. And I don't want to hear, oh, you can't get anything for Tobias. That's bullshit. That's bullshit. Look what the Suns got for CP3. CP3 is 38 years old, way on the back of his career, always hurt. Tobias Harris is playing all the time. Sure, he's not the best player in the world. Sure, he's got a bad contract. But he should be worth something. And they should have been able to deal him. Look what the Wizards got for CP3. They got back Jordan Poole and 2 first-round picks. Would I trade for Paul George? I would do anything at this point. They need to shake this team up. Going back with the same team next year with a different coach isn't going to do anything. It's not going to change anything. They need to make some changes. They need to get younger, too, in my opinion, but that's not going to happen now because you decided not to draft anybody. You decided not to acquire any picks last night. And if they don't trade Tobias Harris for more picks, they're not going to be able to get younger either. This year is the last year for Joel Embiid. Whether the Sixers go and lose in the second round again, and Sixers fans push him out, because let's be real, that's what Sixers fans are going to do. They're going to push him out. If Embiid doesn't bring us to the Eastern Conference Finals, they're going to push him out of town. Or, on the other side of it, Joel Embiid will say, fuck this, I'm done, and he'll want to leave. People keep saying, oh, we got a 3-4 year window. No, we got a 1 year window right now. If you don't make it to the Eastern Conference Finals this year, Joel Embiid is gone. And then what do you do? What do you do after that? If Joel Embiid forces his way out, what are you going to get for him? I don't know. You need to change things up here in Philadelphia. And I'm not talking about building a new stadium in Center City that nobody wants besides people that live in Center City. Because that's going to be a disaster. I don't know where the Sixers can go at this point. It's extremely frustrating, and they're losing me right now. Like, I don't have any motivation to watch the Sixers next year at all. I didn't think they were good enough this year, and they weren't because they didn't do enough. Bringing in DeAnthony Melton wasn't enough. That's all they did was bring in DeAnthony Melton and PJ Tucker and thought that was going to change everything. No. And on top of it all, with PJ Tucker, you lost his second round pick because you tampered with him. So I don't know what they're going to do in free agency. I don't expect much. I think they may overpay some old dude a ton of money that it's not worth it because that's what the Sixers do. But I'm really just not. When you saw Cam Whitmore falling down the board like he was, that's where experienced GM like Howie Roseman goes and trades for him and goes and gets a young star. Maybe not a star, but a young stud player who can develop in your system. Right now, you look at the Sixers team, what young pieces do they have? They have Tyrese Maxey, and that's about it. And Tyrese Maxey is going to be a star. He's a stud player right now. But you're going to ruin him if you don't get more athleticism around him. If he just is slow all the time, he wins by speed. Trade Harden. Harden's coming back whether you guys like it or not. I'm pissed about it, but James Harden will be back next year. James Harden will be back next year, and so will Tobias Harris, and we're going to run it back again. I'm tired of running it back. Running it back doesn't work. Unless you make it to the finals, which they didn't do. You don't run it back. And look at the Eagles. The Eagles are a prime example of it. They are the ones who, run it back with them. They still got younger. They did more things to get younger. Look at the Phillies. They went out and spent money on Trey Turner. Yeah, Trey Turner hasn't worked out so far. They spent money on Taijuan Walker. Yeah, he hasn't worked out, but they went for it. Thank you so much, Chris, for the roses. I appreciate it. If you guys didn't know, we're live on my YouTube as well. That's where you can catch this whole reaction to the draft. So if I'm the Sixers right now, I don't know what I'm doing because you missed your opportunity on a couple guys already. Yeah, you can go all in on Dame, but I don't know that even Tyrese Maxey is going to get it done for Dame. I don't know what direction you go in right now. I know that it doesn't make sense to give James Harden a max contract. I know it doesn't make sense to keep Tobias Harris around. There was a couple guys traded that you say, okay, maybe you could have flipped Tobias Harris for Jordan Poole. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe you flip. I don't know what they do at this point. You could have gotten Bradley Beal. They didn't do it. They should have went after Kevin Durant last year. They didn't do it. And what's frustrating about all of it is Daryl Morey sitting back and saying, "Oh, we're not interested. This guy's a stud. We're not interested. We don't care." Like, yeah, the Sixers got Terquavian Smith. Who fucking cares? The dude's not going to make the roster. He'll be on the G League team the whole year. He'll probably tear it up in the G League. And you know what they'll do? They'll let him go. He'll go somewhere else. Because that's what the Philadelphia 76ers do. They can't develop talent. They don't get young talent half the time anyway. I mean, you look at a guy like Shake Milton. Shake Milton showed a lot of potential a few years ago. A lot of potential. Yeah, maybe not star potential. I mean, he dropped 30 on the Clippers. He showed flashes. And you know what they did with him? Nothing. Nothing. Even Furkan Korkmaz showed potential at times. And they just didn't do enough. They didn't do enough. So I don't know what the next steps here with the Sixers are. But right now, I'm not real excited about this team. Like, they got to do more. The Sixers need to do more. My live's lag. Why is my live lagging? I don't understand. Finally got in live sports. So, yeah, if you guys want to go check out this full video, it's on my YouTube, Cahtah Media. But that's where I'm going to be doing more of these longer things because the TikTok is whatever. But, and I'm not going to claim to know I knew everything about the Sixers and everything about basketball and that I know they should do. But what I know is what has happened the last 2 years, even 3 years, hasn't worked. They need to change it up. There needs to be changes. And I don't think the coach is going to change things mightily. Because in the NBA, the coach really, it's not going to change a lot of things. Yeah, maybe a different scheme, but I don't think that's going to change things and push the Sixers over the hump. Because if that was true, Nick Nurse wouldn't have been fired. So, probably the worst franchise in basketball history. You know, they may be the most embarrassing team in basketball history. The way they just like you got the owner owning teams that are your rivals in other sports. You got the owner moving the team to Center City that nobody wants to go to. You got him moving the practice facility across the river to a different state. Like there's just you got Brian Colangelo sending tweets about your team. Like it was a whole mess. It still is a whole mess. You got your own draft board getting leaked last night. How does that happen? How do you continue to let this stuff happen, Sixers? It's extremely, extremely frustrating. And it starts with the top. You know, people bash Comcast with the Flyers all the time, as they should. I think the Sixers might be as bad, if not worse. You know, at least the Flyers own their arena. And this is exactly right here. The owner only cares about buying more professional teams and making more money. We bash Harden because he doesn't want to win. Well, neither does the owner. So, and you may be right there, Jeff, in the TikTok comments. Embiid is a part of it too. But when Embiid was brought in here, what were they doing? Purposely losing. When you bring somebody into that culture, how is it? It can't be easy to say, flip the switch, we're going to win a championship now. When all they constantly do is bring in guys who are losers. Ben Simmons, ultimate loser. James Harden, he's a loser. The one winner they brought in here, Jimmy Butler, what'd they do? They traded him away. Sixers are the laughingstock in the NBA. Yeah, they might be. You know, they constantly, make it into the Eastern or the second round of the final or second round of the playoffs. Can't get to the Eastern Conference Finals. Can't get to the finals. They were up 3-2. They were winning in Game 6 and choked it. So, like I said, I don't know if things are going to change here. I don't think they are. I would like to be optimistic about the Sixers, like a lot of people are. I would like to say, oh, Nick Nurse brings them over the edge. He doesn't. So thank you guys for tuning in to the Sixer stream. Like and subscribe to Cahtah Media. Thank you to everybody in the TikTok comments and the YouTube comments. I'll see you guys. I'll probably do a Philly stream soon because they're pissing me off as well. But let's go Sixers, I guess. Cahtah hot.